as Merrick touched on before, when I was over at Plymouth University for a debate, alongside a Green candidate, a Labour candidate, Conservative and Lib Dem, I had a grilling for about an hour and a half. And we had our opening statements. And for our case, it's going quite well so far. First question. This is for the UKIP candidate? It begins. But I think it's important to remember that our young independents, we have the fastest growing youth numbers that are coming and joining UKIP. And Justin touched on it before, why that is, and I think it is hope. We are different. We are change. We can't see any difference between the political establishment. We are the people. You know, wanting to control our country, wanting to have our laws made in this country, is just pure common sense to me. And when I say this to people, they are agreeing with me. And going out and around, when we talk about UKIP, and obviously the topic of immigration comes up.
No, I'm joking. Shocking. Bloody racist.
Well, you can't say immigration, you can't say that word. You are classical racist. But interestingly, when that comes up, I come up with a story that works. And I would give my advice to say this to people when people say, you're a racist. I go, let's just calm down, let's have a 2-minute conversation. This is the story I used to say at Plymouth University. And even though they were not massively anti-UKIP, but anti-UKIP, they I saw in all their faces how they were listening. And that's when I thought, yeah, I've done well there. This is the story. Imagine your mum is cooking dinner for her and her 4 children. She's prepared for 5 meals, 5 place settings, 5 chairs at the table. But as she's doing this, her front door is completely wide open. And as she's putting the plates on the table, 3 extra people come into the house. She doesn't know what to do because she has not prepared for 3 extra meals. So now she has to conjure up something quickly to try and sort this out. In another scenario, same sort of thing. Mum's cooking for herself and her 4 children. She's prepared for 5 meals, 5 place settings, 5 chairs at the table. But at this time, her front door is closed, but it's not locked. And as she's preparing the meals, a phone call, 3 phone calls, very popular, 3 phone calls. 3 extra people would like to come round for dinner. Your mum's obviously delighted. 3 people would like to come round and join her. But now she has the time to prepare for 3 extra meals, 3 extra place settings, 3 extra chairs at the table. And that is what UKIP's migration policy is all about. If you do not know who's coming in, you cannot plan and prepare for anything. And I go back to the debate, which I'm sure we all watched, which was completely not biased at all, with the audience. We had this amazing, Dimbleby told us, we had this amazing organisation that, was fair.
They invented.
Complete rubbish. As
Was it called BBC, was it?
it might have been. But when it came on housing, always makes me laugh when we talk about housing with the Green Party come on. They talk about they're going to build 500,000 houses.
Yeah.
And an interview last event was asked, how much is that going to cost? 60,000? What are they made out of? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, Nigel Farage was completely attacked because he said that if you don't know how high your population is, how do you know how many houses you need to build?
Yeah.
Well, that's just common sense, isn't it? That's not blaming it on immigrants. That's not blaming it on the people. That's blaming it on the politicians who have driven us into a domain where we cannot control our immigration policy. And going back to that story, it's a very, very simple way of talking to people. And when you put it in that sort of way, it's very, very easy to understand, and you actually get people who are backing you. And that would be just my piece of advice, if not 18, but that is my advice of going out there. And if people do jump to that conclusion, it's important that you stay calm, you stay cool, and you remember, you believe in what you say. And if you say it like that, they kind of have to agree with you because it's pure common sense. And that's what I think you can do. So that's what I say.